Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name's Greg and this is Puddle Walkers Outdoors. Alright guys, so we were challenged by Lowballin Outdoors to do the Rebel Creek Pack Challenge. Alright guys, so what we're going to do today is we're going to use each one of these lures in this package, and we're each going to catch one fish on each lure. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, we're going to catch one fish per lure, at least one fish per lure. We're taking Clear Creek right here in Bloomington. I fished it probably my third or fourth time now. It's got good smallmouth in it. It's even got some smallmouth, rock bass, all that good stuff. So I really expect to catch some fish on this. All right. Today, guys, I've got Calvin with me, got my boy Ash, and we got Gavin. They're all back here. They're getting weighted up, suited up, and ready. All right, guys, we're gonna tie on some of these lures, and we'll get back at you.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the pond. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Beast is the spot to take the blues away. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on the boat.
All right, guys, this is the first one I'm using. It's like a little 1-inch crankbait, shallow diver. I think most of these lures are supposed to be top water. Most of them are going to use them like a wake bait. We'll go over the techniques, guys, as we use them. But I feel like this is going to get my first fish, and so that's why I'm starting out with it. Get the easy ones out of the way.
Yeah, we're chilling out here.
Oh, shit! Oh. Calvin's got his first one.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Calvin's using the crickhopper out of the box. And got a rock bass on it.
Hey, I'm using the green, black, and orange crickhopper. It's a little top water grasshopper. One of my favorite baits to use, and never fails me.
I've had one chase this crankbait so far, but that's it.
You don't have a shad and stuff. I had a shad up recently.
There we go. This is my first one on the crankbait. Oh, it's a good one too. Man, it's a nice one. This creek doesn't really have a lot of really big smallmouth, guys, so we're catching like this in this this section of the creek. It's pretty impressive. Gavin brought the net and he won't assist me.
You want to use it? Look how small that pole is. Can't even grab it. Full.
There we go. Gavin wanted to make sure I lost it. That's what he was wanting.
Dad made me lose my first one.
I'm gonna grab the hemos right away. I don't even want to try to start pulling the crankbait out of his mouth. So I like to be as gentle as possible, guys. We bring the special little bitty pliers. These are a lifesaver. Bobby Blades actually left these ones in my back of my car last time I went fishing with him, and then when I went to fish with him again, he was like, "Hey, did I leave some pliers?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "You can have them." And so Bobby, thanks for the pliers. I've been putting them to use. All right, guys, that's the first one for me on the crankbait. Nice little smallie. He's about 9 inches, I'd say. All right, guys, I got my first one in. Gavin's got his first one in. Calvin's got his first one in. So every lure so far has caught a fish besides the popper. All right, so I'm tying on the popper. Calvin switched to the crankbait, and Gavin is switching to the grasshopper. So we figured that we would just keep rotating through the baits till all of us caught a fish on one. And then after that, we're either going to continue fishing with them, or I also brought some spinner baits and stuff like that, because There are some big smallmouth in here. You really need to throw some big baits to catch these larger ones, and so we were thinking about trying that on the way out of here. All right, guys, stay tuned. It works really good.
Through the water.
I like
It stays
it.
on top, and since it's like a scoop mouth, every time he pulls that head up, it actually scoops that water and throws it. It makes a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And the fish, that's what the fish go after.
Makes makes a popping sound. Draws them to it. Makes a little bubble in front of it. It's an old lure.
They were actually chasing that today too. You can also reel that one pretty slow.
This is actually one of the first original designs of a lure, because you could carve this with a piece of balsa wood or just any kind of piece of wood. Old timers would carve these out of a piece of wood and toss them out there and bust bass with them back in the day.
You got me, Greg.
I did. I caught a Calvin. All right, that's it with the popper challenge. Moving on to my next lure. Calvin's got another one.
Now you gotta use the, what's it called? Craw thing. Yeah, probably.
Show Ash the red ear. He'll like that.
Ash.
Or the long ear.
Look at that fish. Isn't that the most beautiful fish you've ever seen in here?
I just really don't think this popper's gonna work. I have lost all confidence in it. All right, guys, we've just about cleared all the lures. I am struggling with the popper. I think Calvin just has the popper and the crawdad crank left.
I just have to do the crawdad and the popper.
And Gavin just has the crankbait and the popper left to do, and I've got the popper, the crickhopper, and the little crawdad crankbait. I'm really struggling with the popper, guys. I had a couple hits, but I was unsuccessful. All right, guys, we're gonna move on down a little bit more, see if we can't start clearing these lures out. All right, guys, stay tuned.
Just caught a rock bass on the crawdad over here.
Calvin has cleared all of them now, besides the popper. Everybody's waiting on me to catch a fish with the popper.
Yeah.
Gavin's on his second one with the crankbait. There we go. Got him?
Yep. Big.
Get him in, Calvin. Look at him. Yeah. No, it's a smallie.
On the popper, guys. Yeah, challenge complete. Hey,
Your turn, Gavin,
Ready?
with the popper. Man, if I would have left it on for a few more seconds.
Challenge complete, mom.
That's my turn.
Oh, man, here you go, baby. You just go on. Do your thing.
That was awesome.
You lazy? He said, Calvin already
I
did it.
didn't walk out of here with Calvin beating me, dang it.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
First one to do the
Oh.
challenge. Oh. He's about had his. Ready
There's-
to go to the crickhopper.
There's more in there. One more on the crank.
Some sad face.
Crankbaits have been king today. Really anything that's cranking. That's awesome, Calvin got it done.
Oh my God, dude, that made me so happy right there, Greg. You got one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I can put the crickhopper on now.
Shit, you're gonna get the crickhopper on, and then you're gonna have to make him give it back to you because he ain't got a stick.
Woo. All right, I switched it over to the crickhopper. Calvin has already completed it. He also, on the popper, was also his biggest smallmouth of the day, which is awesome.
Yes.
All right, guys, so Calvin has completed the challenge, and now he gets his choice in whatever lure he wants to use, as long as it's not impeding on anybody else trying to compete the challenge. Which Calvin switched over to the crankbait. It's caught the biggest fish today. Yeah, it's just me and Gavin left. I've got 2 lures to go. I've got the crickhopper, and then I got to get back to the popper.
I just got the
and
popper.
yeah, Gavin just has the popper left. After that, I've got a spinner bait, I've got a tube, I've got my TRDs, I've got a few other things, see if I can't catch a little bit bigger fish than these guys here have been able to do for us. So I think the crankbait is probably going to land a nice fish before we get out of here. All right, guys, I got the crickhopper to go next. This guy right here, this is like a wake bait. You can reel this guy in, let him break the surface just a little bit, and let him float back up. Fish come in and hit him. You can also run him just like a crankbait and just have a straight retrieve. In this current, I'm probably going to do more like a crankbait, straight retrieve with it. If it's slow enough pocket, I'll let it float up and see if we can't get a little topwater action with it. Ash has got a fish.
Ash got a freaking smallmouth, man.
Check this out.
Yeah,
First timer, guys. The Rebel Craw crank gets a fish for a first timer.
Hey, bro.
Right on, right on.
Oh, good job, Ash.
There we go. There's my crickhopper bass. If I can land him. I'm ready for the popper now. Okay, that's one on the crickhopper.
Found him right in that mouth. And show him to the camera. That worked.
All right, guys, there's my crickhopper bass.
Good.
Ash has got his first ever smallmouth.
That's his first ever smallmouth.
Challenge has been pretty fun.
Yes, it has. Now you can steal that back from him.
Gavin, are you going to continue with the popper? You want to give it up for a minute and let me have back at it?
Crankbait. This is a great one, man. This is a really good bait. We use this one a lot in bigger size for the largemouth bass over in Lemon. This is the first time I've used a small one like this. I like it.
Yeah.
Yep, that tongue makes it wobble in the water and go to the bottom. And it gets next to the rocks and it pulls those fish out of the rock.
They've got different length bills, different shaped bills. Oh, that's a... You better get up over here, Calvin, and cast from where I'm at. There we go. We got a little bit better one on the crickhopper. Still waiting on Gavin to catch one on the popper. The little guy here on the crickhopper. All right, see you later, buddy.
Run!
Gavin got his popper fish.
Yeah, baby. God, finally. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Right on, Gavin.
Freaking finally.
All right, Gavin's finally finished off with the popper, with the rock pass. A beat up one too, poor guy. All right, guys, that wraps it up for Gavin on the challenge now. I'm the only one left. I've got the popper. It's been my nemesis all day. I spent a good part of my morning throwing the popper, not catching anything, missing fish, missing strikes. So let's see if I can't get it done, guys. Pressure's on now. Yeah, he's got a good one this time.
Yeah.
You got the big one, Gavin?
Yeah, he's better than the one I just caught. I think he's my biggest one today.
This is probably one of the ones that was tasting.
Alright, guys, I just caught the one like right there, and this one followed up right afterwards. That's pretty cool. Starting off, going off strong.
What was it?
I don't know what it was, but I stepped on it. I think it was a fucking turtle. Screw that. Woo, made my heart jump, homie. Don't walk to those leaves.
It is a turtle. Look at it. There he is. There he is.
Oh, wow.
It's a big snapper. Look at this, guys. Calvin was just walking through over there, and he stepped on this guy right here. Look at that. finally got my popper fish. He feels pretty big, actually. I can't. Oh yeah, he is. All right, all right.
Nope. Stay there.
Oh, thank you, Calvin. Thank you.
Got you, bro. I got you. Whew. Great.
Yes. Whatever.
I love it.
Challenge completed, guys. Finally. Popper, dude.
Yeah, I did.
I think he was actually chasing the shad. Right there, guys. I can finally get rid of this popper. All right, guys, right there. Last one. Finished it off. We all completed the challenge. Bobby Blaze from Straight to the Point Outdoors, I challenge you. Trey from Fish Smack, I challenge you. Get the Rebel Creek package, get out in the creek, catch you some smallmouth, catch you some largemouth, catch you some sunfish, it doesn't matter. Just catch one fish at least with all 4 lures. All right, guys, that wraps up today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you'd like to join in on this and I didn't call you out, go ahead and do it anyways, guys. We want to see how far we can get this going. I want to thank Lowballin Outdoors for challenging us to this mission. I tell you, this is one of the funnest videos we made this year.
Absolutely.
It was a real struggle, like Calvin was saying. It forced us to come out here and use stuff that we don't typically use, and that alone was enough joy for the day.
Yep.
All right, guys, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.